This is James, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. All right, this one's called Keon's Dilemma. Yeah, this story's about my a close friend of mine's, kind of close friend of mine's, Keon. Okay, Keon was a cool dude. He was real cool. We worked together, and and we just worked together. He Keon was kind of cool because he had it wasn't his wife but his girlfriend for a long time relationship. They they had 3 kids. They had a 1 year old, a 10-year old, and a 6 year old. So they were a little family. They were just a little family. So then Keon starts suspecting his girlfriend of sleeping with other guys. So he used to leave work early to try to catch her and stuff like that. So I told her, I said, look, you can't, you got to take care of your affairs on your own time, but don't do it on the job's time, because that ain't good. Keon said, okay, okay, okay. Then he finally caught her over the guy's house. So I told him, hey, Keon, don't go over there. Don't go over there. But he left working anyway and went over there. When he got to the door, he kept banging on the door, banging on the door, banging on the door. The guy wouldn't open the door, and she wouldn't open the door. Then finally, he was about to break the door in because he kept bumping the door. So the guy opened the door and told, hey, man, get away from my door. And he said, you got my wife in there. But she wasn't his wife for real. You know how people pretend like they married and stuff like that. So so Keon uh tried to barge in his house. So the guy had to defend his house. So he had a nightstick and bang, he busts Keon in the head, right in the top of his head. So when uh, and Keon fell out. And from what I heard, he didn't stop there. He just was kicking him and everything while he was out. So after that happened to him, Keon tried to get me. He tried to get me and a couple of other guys at the job to come with him to go over there and get revenge on this guy. Let's go get him. Let's move out. Let's move out. Let's move out. And I told him, I said, hey, no, I'm not into that stuff. No more. I'm not into it no more. And he tried to uh, put the stuff on me, talking about, man, you scared, you scared. I said, no, I don't do that no more. I don't go move out when somebody tell me to move out. You know. So, and anything happens to me, I handle it on my own accord. You know. So, so he left. He left, but he did listen to me because I told him. I said, look, you don't have to be with her. You can see your kids without her. You know. So he went down to the Children of Family Services and tried to get some court proceedings done so he can see his kids. So finally they made him take a DNA test. So when he took the DNA test, he found out All three of the kids wasn't his. Yes, yes. I know it's terrible, but hey, it happens. It happens. So after that, Keon was very depressed. He was very depressed. He would come to work and couldn't work. He was so depressed. So I told him, I said, hey, man, it'll be okay. He said, no, nah, it ain't going to be okay. Man, I raised those kids like they were mine, you know. I thought they were mine, you know. I tried to raise them and stuff like that. I said, well, hey, these things happen, man. These things happen. So finally, Keon ended up getting fired, okay, from the job. So, but he kept coming around, kept coming around. So one day he was across the street because he couldn't come on the property no more. So he just crossed the street. And when I went out there, I saw him. I said, hey, Keon, what's up? What's up, man? What's up? He's like, yeah, man, it's cool. It's cool, you know. He said he had some leads on another job and stuff. And I told him, I said, hey, if you need me as a reference, you can put me as a reference, okay? He said, okay. So then he said, but check this out. And he pulled a big powwow out. A powwow. Yes. So we were standing over in the lot, but it was dark outside, so it was late. This was had to be in November sometimes when it starts getting dark early. So it was about 7 or 8 o'clock at night, you know. So he took it out and then was telling us what he's going to do to the guy. I'm going to go over there and keep in mind, Keon had stitches all the way back. He had staples rather, stapling his head together, you know. So after that, Keon he was telling us about this pow that he had, and then all of a sudden he discharged it in the air. And I said, man, what you do that for? He said, no, I'm just trying to let y'all see how it's shooting and stuff. I said, man, don't do that. You better go. You better go. You know, go on home. So he went to the house and stuff like that before the police got there. You know. So anyway, he was very very depressed over this. So then and it was a bad deal. You know. So he just cut the kids off all altogether. You know, he didn't take care of them anymore or nothing like that. And I don't know what happened to her. She probably stayed with the guy she was with. But Keon finally met another woman. He met another woman through his church, you know. And he was a church going person. That's the thing about it. He used to talk about the Bible and everything to us at work, you know. But this took him over the edge, you know. But he met another woman from the church and they got together. And I think they had a couple of kids. But these were his. But he's a good father though. He tried to take care of his kids and everything. Take care of the household and everything. So, man, I'm telling you, man, if you let your significant other take you over the edge, if you never got married and stuff like that, and you let them take you over the edge, man, that's bad, you know. That's bad. Cause I'm not surprised what a human being might do, you know. So if you keep that in mind, you won't go like Keon did, you know. You wouldn't go like him, you know. But I think he's living a family life now, you know. It's a big turnaround, you know. He's living a family life, you know. But don't let your significant other force you into doing something you'll regret later. Okay? And even if they go somewhere and you find out they over there, don't go over there, and because you don't know what that person has, you know. All right. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share, share, share. Share my videos with your family. Share my videos with your friends. Share my videos with your loved ones. And even share it with your enemies. Peace. Adios. Salamat.